motorcycle rolled out of Bologna, Italy, that would redefine what a superbike could look like. Sculpted curves, a single-sided swing arm, and exhaust pipes hidden beneath the seat. It was called the Ducati 916, and the moment people saw it, motorcycle design was never the same again. Most superbikes of the early 1990s looked like machines built purely for function. The 916 looked like sculpture. Every curve, every line, every exposed mechanical detail seemed placed with artistic intention, not just engineering necessity. Beneath that stunning bodywork sat a 916 cubic centimeters L-twin engine, using Ducati's signature desmodromic valve system, a mechanical solution that closed the valves with precision cams instead of relying on springs alone. Riders who first swung a leg over the 916 described an experience unlike any other superbike of the time, a machine that felt as though it had been built entirely around the rider's body. Perhaps the most radical design choice was hiding the exhaust pipes beneath the seat, a feature never before seen on a production motorcycle. It cleaned up the rear of the bike and became instantly iconic. To understand the 916, we must look at Ducati's situation in the early 1990s. The company had built a reputation with the 851 and 888 models, but needed something extraordinary to truly dominate both the showroom and the racetrack. Leading this ambitious project was designer Massimo Tamburini, a man already celebrated for shaping some of Italy's most beautiful motorcycles. Ducati gave him an extraordinary challenge: create a superbike that looked as fast standing still as it did on track. Ducati's earlier 888 had proven successful on the world superbike circuit, but Tamburini envisioned something that pushed both design and engineering further, a motorcycle that would become an instant icon rather than simply an evolution. Ducati's design goal centered on a lightweight steel trellis frame that used the engine itself as a stressed member, keeping weight low while maintaining the rigidity needed for serious racetrack performance. At its core, the 90-degree L-twin configuration allowed for near-perfect primary balance, giving the engine smoother operation than a conventional V-twin, while retaining that distinctive Ducati exhaust rumble. Fuel delivery came from a Weber Marelli electronic fuel injection system, giving the 916 precise throttle response and consistent power delivery that carburetor-based rivals of the era struggled to match. The desmodromic valve system remained central to Ducati's identity, using cam lobes to both open and close the valves mechanically, allowing the engine to rev safely without the risk of valve float at high speeds. Every visual detail of the 916 reinforced its racing pedigree. The compact fuel tank, the sharp twin headlight fairing, and the flowing tail section combined to create one of the most recognizable silhouettes in motorcycle history. Before reaching production, Ducati tested prototype 916 engines extensively, refining fuel mapping and mechanical tolerances to ensure the engine could deliver both racetrack performance and everyday reliability. When Ducati finally revealed the 916 to the world in 1994, it stopped the motorcycle industry in its tracks. Nothing else on sale looked, sounded, or performed quite like it. At the heart of the 916 sat a 916 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled L-twin engine with double overhead camshafts and 4 desmodromic valves per cylinder, a configuration that balanced strong torque with a genuine appetite for revving. Liquid cooling allowed the engine to maintain consistent performance under demanding conditions, an important upgrade from Ducati's earlier air and oil-cooled designs, especially during long racetrack sessions. Behind the engine, a 6-speed gearbox paired with Ducati's distinctive dry clutch, producing a mechanical rattle at idle that became instantly recognizable to enthusiasts around the world. Up front, fully adjustable upside-down forks handled braking and cornering forces with race-derived precision, giving riders confidence when pushing the 916 hard through fast corners. The single-sided swing arm was more than just a styling statement. It simplified rear wheel changes during races, a practical advantage that also happened to look sensational on the show floor. Sensors throughout the engine fed data to the electronic control unit, allowing precise adjustments to fuel and ignition timing that older carbureted Ducatis simply could not match. A refined ignition system ensured the engine fired consistently across its rev range, contributing to the smooth yet aggressive power delivery that riders came to love about the 916. The compact dimensions of the L-twin engine allowed Ducati's engineers to build an unusually narrow motorcycle, improving aerodynamics and giving the 916 its famously slim profile. An oil cooler positioned beneath the twin headlights kept engine temperatures stable, a small but important detail that also contributed to the bike's aggressive, forward-leaning front-end design. The underseat exhaust system did more than clean up the rear styling. It also improved mass centralization, helping the 916 change direction with remarkable agility for such a powerful machine. Ducati equipped the 916 with a focused, minimalist instrument cluster, reflecting the bike's racing DNA and its purpose as a machine built for serious performance riding. Powerful Brembo brakes gave the 916 stopping power to match its performance, a crucial ingredient for a motorcycle designed to be ridden hard on both road and racetrack. When journalists first saw the finished engine and chassis together, many called it a perfect marriage of Italian art and precision engineering, a combination rarely achieved so completely. Managing fuel injection, ignition, and instrumentation required a sophisticated wiring system, a clear step forward from the simpler electrical setups found in Ducati's earlier carbureted models. By the time engineering was finalized, the 916 stood as one of the most complete superbikes ever created. Its true test, however, would come both on public roads and on the world's toughest racetracks. Ducati claimed the 916 produced around 114 horsepower, an impressive figure that placed it firmly among the most powerful production motorcycles available in the mid-1990s. That power, combined with the 916's relatively light weight, produced blistering acceleration and confident overtaking ability, qualities that made it a favorite among enthusiasts who wanted genuine performance. Top speed reached well over 150 miles per hour, placing the 916 firmly among the fastest production motorcycles of its era, backed by genuine racetrack-honed handling. Motorcycle journalists who tested the 916 were consistently amazed by its cornering ability, praising a chassis that felt telepathically connected to the rider's inputs, unlike anything else on sale at the time. The 916's chassis geometry, refined through years of racing development, gave it cornering precision that many testers considered unmatched by any other production superbike of the mid-1990s. Unlike Japanese rivals that relied on high-revving inline-four engines, the 916's L-twin delivered its power with a different character, strong mid-range torque, paired with a distinctive, thunderous exhaust note. Honda's RC30 and other Japanese superbikes offered fierce competition, but few could match the 916's combination of visual drama, racing pedigree, and unmistakable Italian character. Fuel range remained modest given the bike's performance-focused design, a trade-off most owners happily accepted in exchange for the 916's extraordinary riding experience. Braking performance drew consistent praise, with the Brembo setup delivering strong, confidence-inspiring stopping power that matched the bike's aggressive cornering capability. The aggressive, forward-leaning riding position reinforced the 916's racing intentions, rewarding committed riders while demanding real physical effort during longer rides. Road testers consistently praised the 916 as one of the most complete and thrilling superbikes ever built, a machine that delivered both stunning looks and genuine racetrack performance. Competitors like Honda's RC30 and RC45 offered strong rivalry, but the 916's blend of design, sound, and racing success gave it a mystique that few motorcycles have ever matched. Ducati's engineers had achieved something remarkable, a superbike that performed as brilliantly as it looked, with almost no compromise between form and function. This level of engineering and design came at a premium price, positioning the 916 as an aspirational machine for serious enthusiasts rather than an everyday commuter motorcycle. For riders who wanted the most complete blend of design, sound, and performance available in 1994, nothing else on the market came close to the Ducati 916. On the track, the 916 quickly proved itself as a genuine championship contender, entering World Superbike competition with a chassis and engine package built for serious racing success. British rider Carl Fogarty became closely associated with the 916, piloting it to multiple World Superbike Championship titles during the mid to late 1990s. The 916's lightweight, strong, mid-range power and razor-sharp handling made it a natural fit for the World Superbike Championship's tight technical circuits. The 916 helped Ducati capture multiple World Superbike Championship titles throughout the 1990s, cementing the motorcycle's reputation as one of the most successful racing platforms of its era. The 916's engine proved remarkably durable under intense racing conditions, holding up lap after lap against fierce competition from Japanese four-cylinder rivals. Mechanics who worked on racing 916 engines praised the desmodromic valve system for its consistency at high RPM, even under the extreme demands of championship-level racing. Race after race, the 916 demonstrated cornering ability that few competitors could match, a direct result of its lightweight trellis frame and carefully tuned suspension geometry. The 916's racing success elevated Ducati's global reputation, transforming the company from a respected niche manufacturer into a genuine superbike powerhouse recognized around the world. Even riders who never set foot on a racetrack felt connected to the 916's championship success, knowing their road-going motorcycle shared its core engineering with a genuine world superbike champion. The 916's racing chapter, filled with championships and dramatic victories, cemented its reputation as one of the most successful and celebrated superbikes ever built. When the 916 arrived in showrooms, it became an instant sensation among enthusiasts who had followed its racing success and craved a piece of that championship pedigree for the street. Sales exceeded Ducati's expectations, with demand for the 916 stretching well beyond its traditional customer base, drawing in riders who simply wanted to own one of the most beautiful motorcycles ever built. In Europe, the 916 became a cultural icon, appearing in magazines, films, and advertisements far beyond the world of motorcycling, a rare achievement for any superbike. Owners who bought the 916 often described it as more than transportation, calling it a rolling piece of art that happened to be one of the fastest motorcycles money could buy. Ducati eventually evolved the platform into the 996 and later the 998, expanding displacement and refining performance while keeping Tamburini's iconic design largely intact. These successors carried the 916's design language forward, a testament to just how timeless Tamburini's original vision truly was, even years after its debut. The 916's commercial success helped stabilize and grow Ducati as a company, proving that a small Italian manufacturer could compete directly with much larger global motorcycle brands. Production of the original 916 continued through the mid-1990s before evolving into later displacement variants, closing the chapter on one of the most influential motorcycles ever built. Though its production run eventually ended, the 916 left a permanent mark on motorcycling history, proving that beauty and performance could exist in perfect harmony. Its legacy only grew stronger with time, as riders and designers alike began referring to the 916 as one of the greatest motorcycle designs ever created. Today, well-preserved Ducati 916 models command strong prices among collectors, with pristine examples highly sought after by enthusiasts who recognize its historical significance. Collectors seek out the 916 specifically for its combination of Tamburini's timeless design and genuine World Superbike Championship pedigree, a rare pairing in motorcycling history. The 916's influence can still be seen today, inspiring the design language of countless modern superbikes that followed its blueprint of compact proportions and hidden exhaust styling. The Ducati 916 remains a symbol of what happens when design and engineering are given equal priority, a motorcycle whose beauty and performance were inseparable from one another. In the end, the Ducati 916 did more than win races and turn heads. It changed how the entire industry thought about what a superbike could be, a masterpiece that remains legendary to this day.